K. Rowling originally wanted to make Harry visit all 4 Hogwarts House Common Room, but couldn't think of a valid reason to visit the Hufflepuff Common Room. If you were Rowling, what valid situation would you make where Harry had to visit the Hufflepuff Common Room? Why? To look for clues for a Horcrux makes the most sense. Helga Hufflepuff's cup was kept in the Lestrange Bank vault and destroyed off screen in the books. Any item cold been in there, it feels like JKR just wanted a bank heist in the book. Or, just, like, for the hell of it. Hey Ron, I've been in every common room, but Hufflepuffs wanna check it out? Well, I'll admit I was on the edge of my seat for the entire Gringotts scene, even upon rereadings, and without it, we wouldn't have had one of the most fun scenes in the books. Imo. Well, I don't know how to break this to you, said Ron, but I think they might have noticed we broke into Gringotts. Step away from all the stress and drama in the 5th book, and just, like, hang out and chill for a few hours. Yeah, no? Bet wizards have crazy weed. Huh. Why do you think Neville got so good at herbology? That would explain his real life transformation. It's next to the kitchens. Food. Most obvious solution of all time. I'm pretty sure Harry visits the kitchens. That's where he finds out that Dobby works at Hogwarts after being released from service to the Malfoy family. Book 4, Cedric. Hey Harry, that next tournament round sounds real tough. Wanna come over and brainstorm some ideas? Heck, instead of having the prefect's bathroom be in some random room in the middle of the castle, have Cedric sneak him into the Hufflepuff prefect's bathroom in the Hufflepuff common room. This is the answer. It would also make more sense he runs into Snape on patrol as the Huffcr is in the basements as well.
I went to a boarding school too. Sadly, mine didn't teach magic, and over time I made a point of visiting each of the other dorms just to see what they looked like. It seems improbable that over the course of 7 years Harry wouldn't ever be curious to see what kind of setup the Hufflepuffs had. Hey Harry, wanna see the Hufflepuff common room? Boy would I. The end of it? Harry, wow, this was pretty great. Well, see ya later. And we never find out what happens in between. The next scene is Harry saying by Merlin's beard, how is it legal to keep that much of it in your common room? Everyone shrugs and Harry vows to never speak of whatever it was again. Episodic Dark Lord / Snape / asshole prefect chasing him in the corridor. He reaches a dead end. Suddenly an arm reaches out to grab him into the Hufflepuff common room. He's rescued by, insert notable Hufflepuff student here. A girl with delusions of banging the boy who lived. Probably one of the most unrealistic aspects of the books. No teenager has ever handled fame so well, particularly with a personal history of extensive neglect and lack of affection. Book 6 should have basically been subtitled Harry Potter and the Waist-Deep Poon Puddle. To pay his respects to Cedric. Why not Cedric's grave? Graveyards are spooky. Fun fact, it's only a graveyard if there is a church on the property, otherwise it's a cemetery. That's bogus. If I place graves in my yard, it's a graveyard. Just like my garden is a kindergarten if I bury the kids there. To find Justin Finch Fletchley to apologize to him, when he thought Harry had set a snake on him / to find out if he's okay after being petrified. I don't know, I think maybe when he went to go tell Cedric about the dragons he could have visited the Hufflepuff common room. I don't know, to look for a Horcrux. To try and find and talk to Cedric in book 4. Cedric was never alone and he had to ask him for a word while the whole school was talking crap about Harry. Or maybe he could have just gone in because he was curious. Edit. Spelling. Rowling really undersold the hard-working nature of Hufflepuff. If anything, they should have been the workhorses of Dumbledore's army, manufacturing various items of attack and defense to aid the cause. Could have had them give Harry a tour of their high school war factory. Because he was being a nosy bastard, does Rowling not recall what it was like to be a curious school kid? Someone dares him to go in. Kids are always daring other kids to do things, so it's pretty reasonable to think that would have happened. Ron, hey Harry, I dare you to go into the Hufflepuff common room. Harry, nah, that's silly Ron. Ron, I triple double dog dare you. Harry, well, okay then. To get some Hufflepuff puss. To bone Susan Bones. To give a tribute to Cedric. Like, he and the Hufflepuffs become really good friends after. Have him actually make friends outside of his house who he chose to hang out with in his off time. I'm sure more people would be hanging out in other people's common rooms than were depicted in the books. Maybe it could be a hideout for a bunch of people who gave up fighting during the Battle of Hogwarts. They're right near the kitchens. Why not visit for the food? Simple, girls. He's a teenager and a famous person. No more reasons needed. An ancient sorcerer, believed to be long dead, Pal Patton, was alive again for some reason, and living there. Hufflepuff has the dankiest weed and Harry wanted to get high, so Harry visited the Hufflepuff room and huffed and puffed the best weed in all of Hogwarts. After Cedric's death, they hung a portrait of him in the Hufflepuff common room in order to remember him. Harry went there to visit and tell Cedric's portrait how sorry he was, to which Cedric responds by telling him how he understands and he forgives him and tells him to kick the Dark Lord's butt. To kill that smug twat Justin Finch-Fletchley for dissing him. Maybe to get some Hufflepuff. To pick up mixed up bags/homework. That's bound to happen at some point. During the time he and Ron were fighting and he were kinda isolated, the Hufflepuffs adopted him.
Is saying that Hufflepuff are just awesome a good enough reason? Because it would be cool. The 4th and 5th books, particularly the first half of the 5th, include such long-winded shit, that adding in a nice little trip around Hogwarts would only be a good thing. Because he accidentally wandered in there, while playing the Fantastic Beasts Geo. Because Ron should have been placed into Hufflepuff, and Hermione should have been Ravenclaw. I think having their friendships transcend house boundaries would have made their relationships much more interesting and nuanced.
Harry, what are you doing in the Hufflepuff common room? I'm Harry Potter. To get his Hufflepuff on. To convince the Puffs that there are ghosts in their skirts and they had better take them off before they get possessed. And that's how he got the nickname, Dirty Harry. The man, the myth, the legend. Bloody moving stairs lead me to the Hufflepuff common room. What's wrong with them? Hold on, Ron, why is the door ajar? Don't be fucking stupid, Harry. How can a door be ajar? Are you off your tits again? Fuck off, Ron, let's check it out. Fine, Ron's side. Ron was in fact not fine about this decision, given Harry's track record of discovering shit he shouldn't have. Relax, Ron. It's just one strip of acid, what could go wrong? Wake up, damn it. You aren't leaving the Hufflepuff common room until every single hooker's body is disposed of. Harry. The guys in the Hufflepuff common room have butterbeer and something called a CD player. I'll be right there. This place is cool and all, but the music's shit. Cho Chang, hey Harry, wanna come to the Hufflepuff common room? Everyone is at the Hufflepuff BS. Slytherin Quidditch match so we could bang one out. Cedric taught me where it was before he, you know, died. Harry, I think I would. Edit, accidentally made Cho a Hufflepuff, had to work in why she, a Ravenclaw, would know how to get in. Everyone in Hufflepuff smokes weed. There could have been several scenarios for Harry to visit the Hufflepuff common room during the Triwizard Tournament to meet with Cedric. Specifically, when he was tracking him down to warn him about the dragons. Prospecting locations to hold the Dumbledore's army meetings. Following someone on the Marauders map. Having a chat with Cedric. Just to have a look around. Chasing the voice of the basilisk through the castle. Secret exit location for the Room of Requirement. Rowling could have made more than 3 characters of note who are in Hufflepuff. Apotheosis. Jesus Christ, she wrote the books. Selfless friends are goddamn valuable. Hufflepuff is house altruism, house betterment, house honesty, house humbleness. You visit House Hufflepuff to hold a mirror to your actions. Cedric, for instance, was capable, yet selfless. It's not that he lacked ambition, he just believed better. Without his example, Voldemort wins. You go to Hufflepuff because they'll work just as hard to help you do right on your homework as they would to save the world. Most people don't want to hear the truth when they ask to be told the truth. Hufflepuff knows this, and they know it stings, yet they would still do the right thing. Hufflepuff is the means to which you look within. I think JK created something personal that became part of everyone's lives, and the story isn't just hers anymore. She gave us a gift in the form of the next great epic. The problem in her declarations is that it's an outlet to effectively drunk dial the world. Banging some girl? Needed a snack? Quidditch captains get togethers once a month, to keep respect among the teams and agree on a pitch schedule.